morning, children. I welcome you all once again for this online class. And today we are moving into a new lesson in geography, lesson 2. And the title of our lesson is Land and Oceans. Okay, so first let's go through the outline of our lesson today. So, in this lesson, we are going to understand what are continents and oceans, and also we'll learn about the characteristic features of different landforms and oceans. Characteristic features means how they behave. Okay, what are their behaviors? What are different types of landforms and oceans and their behavior and their approach? Okay, then we are going to study about the classifications of landforms, how the landforms are divided. And finally, we are going to study and understand what are the special features regarding oceans in the world. Okay. Okay, now let's move on to the introduction of our lesson. So, our lesson starts in a classroom. Okay, and the class teacher enters inside a classroom and she was holding a envelope, a big envelope, and all the students of the class, they were very eagerly waiting to see what is inside the envelope, inside the cover. Okay, so what happens, the teacher slowly opens the envelope. Okay, and in the envelope there are a number of several jigsaws. Okay, so what is jigsaws? These small pieces, broken pieces. So in that, inside that cover, there was a huge number of jigsaws separated, okay, scattered inside the envelope. So the teacher divides the classroom into small groups and she gives some task. Okay, so she has to stick the jigsaws according to the right manner and to arrange them correctly. Okay, so when all the students, when they arrange the jigsaws in the correct manner, finally they got the picture like this. Okay, so after getting the picture like this, the teacher started to explain about about it. Okay, so we are going to study about it now. So the world in which we live today, we have several different types of lands and oceans and seas, isn't it? But before millions of years, the earth was like this only. In the picture, how it was in the picture, the world was like this only. So all the land portions, they were attached together. They were one land group, and the sea, they were away from. That is, they were in the boundary of the land system. Okay, they were in the remaining part of the globe is filled with water. So one part is fully covered with land mass, and the land mass was surrounded by water. So this was the globe millions of years ago. But what happened because of the internal heat of the core of our earth? So last class we studied about core, isn't it? The interior part of our earth. So because of heat in the inner core, the continents, the land portion slowly was dissected, that is slowly broken into pieces. So after millions of years, today what we see, several continents, several oceans and several seas in our earth. Okay, so uh, we have 7 continents in the world today, and we have 5 oceans, 5 large oceans in the world today. Okay, so we are going to uh, focus upon the landforms in this lesson. So land forms and divisions in the landforms. So the land system, the place where human beings live, is the land, isn't it? So we live in land. Our house is upon the land. Our school is on the land. So the land system, the solid part of the globe, is divided into three important order. One is the first order, second order, and finally third order. So first order, all the primary things, all the important things, all the major things, all the larger things comes under first order. And in the second order, the next second important, the part which is smaller than first order, the part which is next to the first order comes in the second order, and the least and the smallest order of land system is the third order. Okay, so in the first order we have continents and oceans, which is the major part, that is the largest thing. So it comes in the first part, first order. So what are the landforms in the first order? Continents and oceans, they are the first order land system, landforms. So after continents and ocean, we have the second order. They are mountains, plateaus, and plains. Okay, so in continents only, inside the continents, we have the second order mountains, plateaus, and plains. Okay, so again inside the second order, we have the third order. So the first order is the largest one, and inside the first order we have the second order. Again in the second order we have the third order. So what are the third order landforms? They are valleys, beaches, and sand dunes. Sand dunes. Okay, so in our class today we will focus upon first order and second order. Okay, so the first order land mass. So earlier as we studied, we went through the first order landforms comprises of continents and oceans. Okay, so what are continents? Define continent. A continent is a vast land mass on earth. So continuous large land mass without any break. Okay, a large land system without any break continuously, it is called continents. Okay, so Asia is a continent because it is a large part of land mass without any break within. Okay, Europe is another continent. Okay, Australia is another continent. So what are oceans? Huge water bodies are called oceans. Okay, so water bodies which is very huge, large portion of water body, we call it oceans. Okay, and in our earth there are 7 continents and 5 oceans. You could have studied in 5th standard 7 continents and 5 oceans, isn't it? So what are the 7 continents? Asia, Europe, Australia, North America, South America, Africa, uh, Europe, Antarctica, isn't it? So what are the 5 oceans? Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Arctic Ocean, Southern Ocean, then Pacific Ocean, isn't it? These are the 5 oceans. Okay, now we move into the second order of landform. First order we completed, isn't it? Continents and oceans. So the second order of landform comprises of mountains, plateaus, and plains. So one by one we are going to study about them. What are mountains, what are plateaus, and what are plains? Okay, first we study what are mountains. So it is a landform. Mountain is a landform. It is a solid surface, okay, that contains, that rises 600 meter above its surrounding and have steep slopes. So what is a mountain? It is a landform that rises 600 meters above its surrounding. Okay, what is 1 meter? Look at your hand. Okay, look at the starting point and end point of your hand. That is 1 meter. So the whole arm in your body is 1 meter. So when you count your hand 600 times in height, it reaches 600 meters height. So look at the picture. So this mountain, okay, its height is 600 meter. So it is called mountain. So what if it is less than 600-meter height, what we call it? Is it a mountain? No. So smaller mountains are called hills. Okay, they are not called mountains. So only if the height of the mountain is 600 or above, 600 meter or above, we can call it mountains. Otherwise, they are called hills. Okay, and also mountains should have steep slopes. Look at the steep slopes. It is in elevated position. Okay, so look at the side. Slowly it is moving high. That is called steep slopes. Okay, so mountains are the landform that rises 600 meters above its surrounding and it has steep slopes. And mountains are of two types. One is we called isolated mountains, other one is called groups of mountains. So isolated mountains means what? It is a separate mountain. Look at the picture. This is only one mountain. So we call it isolated or we can call it a mountain. But if there are more than one mountains in a group, we call it mountain ranges. Okay, look at the picture here. This is not one single mountain, isn't it? More than one mountain grouped together, we call it mountain range. Okay, so the mountain range, it may extend, stretch, it may be about 100 kilometers to thousands of kilometers length. Okay, so they may be very large group. Okay, for many kilometers, hundreds and thousands of kilometers they are stretched. So some of the examples are Himalayas of Asia. They are called, Himalayas are called mountain ranges. It is not one single mountain. It is a huge group of mountains extended for thousands of kilometers. It covers several states of India. Okay. Then in North America there is Rocky Mountains, and in Southern America there is Andes mountain ranges. Okay, so these are ranges, mountain ranges. So mountains are the source of rivers. So you all know where rivers originate, isn't it? Where the starting point of rivers, it is in the mountains. And also they provide home. Mountains provide home for fauna and flora, that is plant kingdom and animal kingdom. And also moreover, during summer time, people move on to mountains to enjoy the pleasant weather. Okay. Example, in Tamil Nadu we have Ooty, Kodaikanal, Yerkad, Yelagiri hills. So during summer time, because of extreme heat in the several places, people go on to mountains to enjoy the cool and pleasant weather. Okay, then we move on to the another part of the second order landform, that is plateaus. So what are plateaus? Look at the picture in the display. So these are plateaus. Plateaus are the elevated portions of the earth. It is not low level portion, it is high level, it is above, high above the ground. Okay, they are elevated like mountains. So what is the only difference between mountains and plateaus? Mountains are not flat at the top. Okay, but plateaus have flat surfaces. Okay, but at the side you have the slope like mountains. Look at the side portion of the picture here. They are slopes, steep slopes like mountains only. But only difference is mountain, the top is not leveled, isn't it? It is smaller, flat, low, flat. But plateau surfaces are flat. Okay. So the flat surface of the plateaus may be from few hundred to 1,000 meters long. Okay. So the plateaus may be the distance may be from few hundred to thousands of kilometers length. Okay. Okay. So in plateaus in Tibet, okay, the Tibetan plateau is located in the country named Tibet. It is the highest plateau in the whole world. So the height of the Tibetan plateau is more high comparing with other plateaus of the whole world. So only Tibetan plateau is called roof of the world. Okay. So the flat portion of the plateau is called a tableland. So if you want to imagine the plateau, look at the table. So the table, you could see the surface of the table is flat, but it is not in the low level. It is in the high level, isn't it? So the four sides of the table, we have the legs. So the four side legs, they lift the surface of the table. So it is called also table land. Plateaus are also called table land because it looks like a table which have the surface with land. Okay. And the plateaus are generally rich in minerals. Last class in interior of earth, we studied about volcanoes, isn't it? So two types of volcanoes we studied: fissure eruption, and another one is explosive eruption. So plateaus are formed by fissure eruption, isn't it? We studied slowly the lava from the volcanoes. They spread a huge land portion, and slowly the lavas dry out and they become a land. Okay. So plateaus are volcanoes. Okay. Plateaus are the lava of the volcanoes. So they are rich in minerals. Okay. So in India, the most rich plateau is Chota Nagpur plateau, which is located in the northern part of our country. In southern India, we have Deccan plateau, which is caused because of volcanic eruption. Understood? So these are some of the informations regarding plateaus. So now we are in the final topic of our class, this part, that is plains. Look at the picture here. The green portion, we call it plains. They are flat, isn't it? Flat, low level surfaces. Okay. So what is the difference between plateau and plains? Both are flat only. Only difference is plateaus are in high level. Okay. Plains are in low level. Okay. So plains are flat and low lying lands. Plateaus are high lying lands. Plains are low lying lands and they have flat surface. And the height of the plains are less than 200 meters above the sea level. Okay. Only the highest plains height is only below 200 meters from the sea level. Okay. So most of the plains are formed by rivers. When the river they flow through the land system, okay, they make the uh, ups and down part of the land into leveled portion. Okay. So when you see the land, sometimes they are high, they are low, they are big, small, isn't it? But when river water flows through the uh, above and lower portion, they make the land system slowly into flat surface. So the plains are formed because of the river water running in the land system. Okay. So mostly the plains are used for agriculture. Okay. So majority of agriculture is practiced in plain area because the soil of the plains are very fertile because of availability of water inside it. Because of water inside the in the rivers, the plains are always fertile soil and they have more water. Okay, and also plains are the most suited place for human life. Okay, so when you compare with other landforms like mountains, okay, like plateaus, with valleys, okay, the most suited place for human life is the plains because there is water, we can practice agriculture, okay, it is always helpful for human life. So because of this reason plains are the highly populated areas in the whole world. Okay, so comparing with the mountains, comparing with valleys, comparing with plateaus, plains have more people populated in the whole world. And some of the oldest civilizations such as Mesopotamian civilization, Indus Valley civilization, all these civilizations they developed in plains only, river plains. Okay, and India, Indo-Gangetic plain in the northern India is the largest plain in the whole world. So what is the largest plain in the whole world? Where it is located? Indo-Gangetic plain in North India is the largest, one of the largest plains in the whole world. Okay, so it is a plain formed because of the Indus and Ganges river. So it is called Indus Gangetic river plain. Okay. Uh, so in Tamil Nadu, plains are formed by two important rivers, River Kaveri and River Vaigai. So these two rivers made the plains in Tamil Nadu. Okay, and there are also another form of plain, we call it coastal plains. They are adjacent, that is, they are next to the oceans and seas. Look at the picture here. So the land portion which is adjacent next to the sea or ocean, we call it coastal plains. Okay, children, with this we'll end up our class. In the next class, we continue with the other topics. We'll meet. See you again.